Hello there, YouTube, and welcome to January the 2nd of 2021. And we're not in the high winds part of this storm yet, but it is definitely raining. It's just been this non-stop drizzle, not super heavy rain, just non-stop. So let's go through the. Well, I need to put the oil on it. Got the air filter clean last night, so we'll oil her up right quick and get her put in the DR. Give you a quick look of what it looks like out here out the back. I just turned my umbrella inside out. So that's into that. Holy moly. I guess the wind is a little more than I thought. All right, there's my very clean filter. Gallon bag. I can't find the bag I used to. It was probably sticky with the oil, and I tossed it. If you can't read all the warnings to shake well, then when you get down into the instructions, right in the middle, once again, shake the bottle well, turn it upside down, shake the heck out of it. Wear gloves because it has crap in it that's not really good for your skin. If you get it on your skin, you're supposed to, soap and water it off right away. And then the rim grease oil is just grease you put around the rim. I do need to clean the. What's going on? She's really tripped out over umbrellas. So I walked out here with the umbrella and she's like tripping out. And then it's just pouring. And I don't think she went potty, so I got to keep an eye on her. Probably have to throw her back out on her leash here in a minute. I need to leave you out in the rain. You're due for another bath there, Sasha. That sniffer never, ever stops. But I'm going to clean the old rim grease and make sure all the oil's out of the bottom, pull the plug. Which there won't be, it'll just be what residue's left in there. This thing, where's our light at here? This thing probably sopped up a whole bunch. Oh yeah, look at that. Almost left it dry. I need to get some more of these Scotch shop towels too. Looks like that chain could use some lubing too. I've been using, one of my favorite was at a Maxima Crystal Clear, I think it is. But I've been using that BMW stuff and absolutely love it. There's the BMW part number if you want to screenshot that or something. Yeah, really good price. And they have some chain cleaner too. I haven't tried that. Oh, that's spray. Oh, their polish is really nice too. Smells a lot like the Honda stuff. I thought I had some. Maybe I didn't. I thought I had the cleaner too. So you toss her in the bag. You don't want to go crazy with it because you're just going to squeeze out the excess. Zip the bag shut because it airs out and tacks up when it's exposed to air. But just put enough in there that you can get it. See how it's in the filter? That's like excess. So just keep kneading that stuff around so it's all the way in the filter everywhere. Don't ever wring out a foam filter for obvious reasons. And then last night I was talking about using warm water with the cleaning crystal stuff. Warm, key, warm, not hot. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but like the green layer there, and sometimes other seaming areas aren't sewed, they're glued on. You put scalding hot water in there, which you think would even work better, and it'll melt the glue. And I'm pretty sure that back seam right there, that's probably glued. I know the blue is glued on there. Anyway, just knead it in, make sure you get it everywhere, and pull it out, and squeeze out any excess that you can, and again, make sure it's kneaded. Another reason to have the gloves, because you're gonna feather the foam around once you get it out of the bag, and then put it on the cage, and you need to let it air out. I think they say 15 minutes, half an hour or whatever. Let all the alcohol, basically the liquid agent, and it tacks up, and I can literally take a water hose and pour it over this thing, and it runs off of it like Rain-X on your windshield. Are you trying to get yourself in trouble over there, Sash? You know, the shop never changes, and every time you got to come through here and explore everything. I got to be careful because I have little traps in case little critters come in here, which will happen when it's pouring down rain. They find their way in here. So you got to have traps everywhere. For obvious reasons, you do not want rats in your garage. They love airbox, and they really love spiders. So you guys with spiders, be very careful of that. And I've seen Harleys and stuff with wiring, like little rubbers and stuff on wiring, get chewed up. Let me show you how you can tell if you've ever had rats in your shop where your Harley's at. And they always do this every single time. They'll get this same sensor. See the rubbers on the top of that sensor? They'll chew them rubbers right off of there. I promise you, if you have a Harley and it's been exposed to rats, look on top of your transmission right next to your starter. Those will be chewed. Every time they'll chew them. All right, let me get this thing done here. So I'll let it sit here and air for a bit while I'm cleaning the airbox out, and we'll get everything ready. The only thing that holds it in there is it lays in against the let me get the light on here. It's got that holder right there. So it goes in, and then this piece pushes against the cage and holds the cage and the foam against the box. And you tighten the screw down, and you're done. As you can still see some of that grease. And that wasn't no toil grease. That must have been something Suzuki put on there. I'm sure whoever PDI'd this bike back in, actually it was late 2012, because I bought it in April of 13. And it's a 13 model. I don't think that airbox was probably ever removed. And there was another thing too. There's these weird little clips that go along this frame rail here. And if you don't take those things out when you're riding them really rough, they can bottom out and pull the wires. One side has the taillight and a turn signal, and the other side just has one of the turn signals, and the other one goes back to the license plate light. That wheel comes so close underneath that fender, if you got knobbies, it will grab those wires and rip the wires right out of the fender. It's these weird clips that fold over and they pop into the frame. You can tell a newbie putting one of these things together, because they'll throw those away because they're too lazy to look at the instructions to see how it's properly done. And they go, wow, I don't know where they go. So they toss them. Drives me nuts. I'll find little coffee cups full of those little clips, you know, back when these things were crazy popular. You couldn't build these things fast enough. It was like KLR 650s. They just flew out. But anyway, there's my ranting for the day. So does that look a little better, all cleaned out? One of the things too, you'll notice that little drain tube is see-through. You can actually see the opening. Yeah, when it looks black like mine did, should probably pull that thing out. It's like a water drain and stuff if you get crazy washing it or whatever. One of the things, there was a bee down in it, so a bee must have got sucked in there at some point. But airbox is all cleaned up. You don't like your blanket there, Sasha? That's the little blanket with the rose on it. What do you think about that, Sashi, huh? You old ragger dog. Show the people your eyeballs. We want to see your eyeballs there, Sashi. You old scraggler. But she's got to have her own little blanket out here. But half the time she'll go over there and sit on the floor, not on the blanket. I go to all the trouble to drag your blanket out and you're going to sleep there, huh? Crazy old Sashi. There is a properly cleaned, properly oiled, and properly rim greased foam filter. You know, what's funny is my 93 DR had a paper filter in it. It was like a regular street bike. Unless I'm doing crazy off-road stuff, I actually prefer a paper filter. They filter better and they tend to seal better without all the grease and oils and stuff. But if you're out in the boonies, these are, you know, easy to like vacuum into a bag, have them oiled and greased, and just vacuum in a bag and throw them in your fanny pack or backpack, whatever you're using for your dirt riding. And that's it. All right, flop the cover on here. I'm not going to start it or anything because obviously I can't ride it, and I'm not going to short run any of my motorcycles for any reason. Not unless I know within hours I'm going to take off on a ride. Don't think that's happening today. But I think my chain might be too loose. I need to get the specs on it. I thought I had a sticker on there that told me the specs. I just don't recall. It hits a stopper underneath there instead of that being flat. So I just want to see what Suzuki says for it. But that's cool, huh? The old DR. Now all she needs is some tires, and that's about it. Probably a more comfortable seat. I rode on a seat, C-E-E-T seat, that was on a DR 650, and I really like that. So I don't know what those are long distance as far as comfort, but that's the one thing that gets me on this thing. After a couple hours, that seat starts talking to me in a major way, and it is not good. I think that's been a complaint of these things all along. Amazing. There's just something about a stone simple motorcycle that is just so appealing to me. That's what makes it Harleys and Royal Enfields and stuff like that just so attracting to me. I do, you know, I work on these things for a living. I see a lot of stuff. So it's easy to think logically on what's really important with a motorcycle. How does it feel? Is it fun? Does it have attitude? Has nothing to do with how fast it is or how powerful it is. Power and speed's fun, but that's not the real motorcycle experience. I started out on a little, what was that thing, a 13 horsepower, little two-stroke Armachi, or Armaki, I've heard it pronounced both ways, during the AMF days, a little Harley-Davidson X90. I think it was just a 4-speed, if I'm not mistaken. Man, the miles I put on that thing. What's going on, Sachi? But yeah, if you've been around motorcycles for a while, you'll learn what's important. Way too many people are spec readers and, you know, are intimidated by what their buddies say, and it's just all messed up. That's why Royal Enfield is absolutely blowing up. Dang near 900,000 motorcycles last year. That's pretty impressive, huh, Sashi? Because people get it. More people than ever are getting it. If I was all the other manufacturers, I'd be looking at them people and the folks from India. That's what people are buying. Anyway, let me get this thing buttoned up. There she is. Back on the deck. Chain didn't need to be adjusted. It's 30 to 45 millimeters. It's sitting right at about 38 millimeters. Free play. Lubed her up. Lubed it with the BMW lube again, because like I said, that's what I used when I last cleaned it and kind of started over. But yeah, she's ready to go. She just needs some tires, and she's good. And it's going to need an oil change within like 1,000 miles. But like I said, I'll probably do that early anyway, because it's been quite a while since I changed the oil. I never take short trips, and I absolutely positively under no circumstance ever start it without taking it for a ride. Yeah, I appreciate my equipment way more than ever doing that. So I winterize them, and there they sit. I open up the fuel petcock just to make sure, or the fuel float bowl, carburetor float bowl, to make sure no fuel had wheat past the cockpit. Because remember, I had an issue where I didn't think the vacuum petcock was working, and it's never had any issues since that one time. It's probably just a piece of debris got in there, a couple of flushes, and she was happy. Here's my good old gal right there. Man, is it pouring outside? It is some kind of horribly nasty. All right, well, thanks for hanging out with the whole DR650 ordeal. She's ready to rock and roll now. And I'm going to stuff her back there in her little hole, get her back on her tender, and pray for a nice day here, like, soon. All right. Well, hello there, you two. The storm made it.
Yes, it did.
It's been pouring, absolutely pouring, and at times crazy wind. And not as bad as what they were predicting the wind was going to be, well, so far.
Yeah, I'll take that.
But
I don't need power to go.
We're sitting on the far end of the porch and looking across the whole porch, and things wet. The rain's coming through the other side and just like blowing right at us. That's nuts.
Sideways rain.
Yeah. Dogs are all upset because they can't do their normal running around. And
Yeah, all dog piled in the house.
yeah, everybody's moping. It's crazy. But good thing is I got that DR done. She's ready. Get some.
Good.
Figure out what chicken skins I'm going to put on there. And
Yeah.
other stuff. I have a partner for a future new motorcycle.
Yeah.
I just gotta make sure to keep the woman on two wheels riding that thing.
Yes.
Hopefully she doesn't get it and go, well, if she does, so what?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. One thing's for sure, you can sell it easy, or I'll ride it.
No,
I don't care.
I don't think that'll happen.
Nah, I think she'll probably ride this one.
It's a lot lighter than the other one.
Yeah, she's been interested in a dual sport thing anyway. We'll do some exploring, and I think we'll have more fun with that.
Yeah.
For sure. I think she'll enjoy it a lot more, too. But I think with all this storming and stuff, we're just going to call it quick tonight.
I know it.
How about that?
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and you guys have an amazing Sunday or Monday.
Heck yeah. Hope you guys can hear us in the wind.
I know.
I don't think it's that bad, but you never know.
Just the rain is really loud.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
We'll see you in the morning.
Hope for a nicer day tomorrow.
I know. Cross your fingers.
Heck yeah. All right. Thank you guys for hanging around.
Take care.
We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.